Welcome back, guys. We're playing Panzer Corps today. My name is Fish, and we're going to be doing the Operation Barbarossa campaign here. We started off in Poland, took France, took England, and now we're off to start invading Russia here. So, as you can see, I already know the setup of the Russians. This town right here, Brest, is extremely hard. As you can see, this fortress right here has a ground defense of 32 and an air defense of 24. That's outstanding, and a pretty decent hard and soft attack. The hard attack is significant here. So I'm going to try to bombard it with my Pioneer units here and my Stugs, but until they're whittled away a little bit, I don't want my Stugs to engage because that significant hard attack of 10. So most scenarios I typically get out to Minsk here before I even take this town, which really kind of is upsetting. So I'm going to try to storm it earlier this time. I've got some Stukas that I purchased. I've got some motorcycle recon Kraschützen, and I purchased a Nebelwerfer, which is the rocket artillery. So let's get started here. Ooh, that was a very good attack. Alright, problem solved. Now the question is, what do we do with everyone else? I definitely want to capture this VP point. They're suppressed over here. Move them up. That's going to be within their spotting. Move him there and there. There's going to be an infantry right here and an anti-aircraft there. That's why I'm not using my Air Force yet. Ooh, that did not suppress them at all. I'm not happy with that. Okay, that was pretty good. Okay, the AA gun is revealed. I've got this Panzer IV here to take care of it. Very nice. That was really clean. There's going to be a tank right here. It's going to be one of those early versions. What is this? A T-26S. Pretty early version of the Russian tank. Probably the predecessor of the T-34. Okay. So the question is, do I want to bring my Air Force in at this point? I think that it's probably a safe bet to do that. So let's bring in the Stukas for here and here. Actually, I'm going to need a Stuka right here. And after these initial assaults, the Stukas are going to turn and they're going to be trading off here. One's going to attack, go back. The next one's going to attack and go back. There's an AA gun right here, so I can't bring in the Stukas quite yet. Let's see how this attack goes. It's pretty good. Can use this artillery right here. Hopefully we get some suppression. Very good. I don't like to use tanks in these settings here, but the tanks, pretty much because of its tracked movement, is the only thing that can get through this forest here. You can just one-shot that guy, So interesting to note, these motorcycle infantry kind of mimic recon with a wheeled movement of 8 and a spotting of 3, but they do not move like recon. They cannot stop and then restart their movement on the same turn. So that's something to be aware of. I don't know, man. I think I gotta go in. I gotta go in with this tank. I want to take this VP. I want to rob the enemy of their prestige so that they're not going to be able to stack up these VPs with fresh units. There we go. Got it. A little concerned about this tank. He still has a strength of 5, so it still has some offensive capabilities. These two guns right here, these two anti-tank guns are going to be extremely important. So the first thing I do with them is I upgrade them. They're going to need to get in close, so I'm going to upgrade it with armored personnel carrier there. And then for the 88s, they only have one choice. It's that personnel carrier. Not sure why. So let's see here. Could use my aircraft to mop up those units. This aircraft right here to kind of protect these two artillery pieces. And then these are going to need escorts. Almost got him. Can this guy get over there? He can. Perfect. Okay. Nice. I like this because they're not going to have spotting. That guy had a spotting of 3. And then unfortunately that guy can't get over to there. Wow, attack +1. That's excellent. I don't know why they had a guy in an infantry helmet, though. It's a little goofy. So let's just try and complete mopping up operations here. This guy does not have a fighter escort, so that might have been a mistake. We'll see how this goes. The motorcycle infantry is pretty good against soft targets, not good against hard targets. Let's pick this guy up. I'm not putting in any more Air Force over here because I know there's an AA gun. Artillery piece right here. This guy's going to have to backtrack. He's just going to get eaten alive. There's really no point to this guy here. His heart attack's not good enough to help us out. He doesn't have things like Fortress Buster, etc. Very nice. That was excellent. So this guy that's adjacent to this VP point ensures that they're not going to be able to reinforce here. I'm going to have these guys move safely across the river here. There most likely won't be a counterattack there, but we'll see. No core units to replace, and we'll pass the turn. That was an exploit right there. I put that fighter right there because I knew that there would be an unexpected encounter. That was a really bad attack. I even had fighter. Oh, it was good. Okay, took off 6. That's pretty good. The Russian Air Force is like literally endless, but once you get past the initial onslaught here, it's not too bad. These Yak fighters are pretty good. Oh, don't hurt me too bad. They had some pretty good attacks there. I'm actually quite surprised. But that's how it goes. Okay, the question is, these guys are within striking distance. Where do I attack? If I attack here, I'm almost guaranteed that they'll be able to mop them up in one shot. Like that. 2 infantry units over here. I can get the Nebelwerfer up. And then maybe have them attack here or here. I'm not very excited about putting him under this fighter because the fighter can attack, go back to base, and refuel. So I'm going to put him over here. And then I guess I'm a little more concerned about this anti-tank gun because these infantry, they're going to have to get into their armored transports to attack. That wasn't quite as good as I wanted, but that's okay. I'll just slowly step my artillery up here. The question is, what did they place here? So we're just going to have to move kind of carefully until we can get up there. The other thing is, since I used an armored transport with this guy, he can attack while he's in transport mode. So that's another reason why to get the armored transport. Alright, well, how to use this? Whenever I have an attack against an enemy artillery, I prioritize attacking the artillery first. Over here I really can't do that. I can move him in, and the Stugs act like artillery. It's kind of weird in this game, but that's how it works. This guy could probably just one-shot that artillery. Nice. And then this guy, Nice. This is kind of a double-edged sword. The Stug can get up there. The Stug, sorry. But this guy can, see it says switch. It can level off that huge gun and just attack the Stug for a lot of damage next turn. So I might have to just try to chip away at it with the Stug though. So that's probably what's going to happen. And then he's going to have to attack right here. Let's hope for the best. He might get wiped next turn. We'll see what happens. I still can't bring in my air because that wasn't that very good. These attacks over here weren't the best. I guess I could bring him up as a decoy and be like, here, slaughter this unit. He can't. 1, 2, 3. Maybe he can go up and tag these guys, though. Never mind, that guy doesn't exist anymore. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm just going to use him as bait. This is not one of my core units either. I mean, he literally could just get slaughtered in that fortress, but it is what it is at this point. So this guy's effectively out. We'll use the exploit, let him go back, and let the enemy general use all of his prestige, reinforcing this guy, and then I'll hit him up again. At a 2 strength, he's not going to be useful. This guy I'm not too worried about. A little worried about this yak. was awful. This guy's going to have to move up. The nice thing is he can defend my artillery right here, so I'm really liking that. Alright, we've got another fresh fighter right here. Who's going to have to go up against this yak. Oh, it says MiG-3. I thought those were yaks. Okay, so that's pretty good. I'm going to have some fighter escorts. They severely damaged my Stukas. They could probably take out my Stukas, actually. I don't know if they have AA over here yet. I'm going to need someone to go up and recon. Ow! They do have AA over there. Okay. Can't really move this guy up here. They did a good job of like covering with their fighters. I'm assuming there's no AA over there. This fighter can peel off and maybe help. He can't get over there. Okay. Doing really bad with my Stukas today. Not my day for Stukas. Stuka fights. Good night. +1 defense. It's pretty cool. Like, I wonder if these guys can't reach over there. What I want to do is, like, burn that truck to the ground while I still can. Can this guy step up and attack? This guy can do the same. That was terrible. I really think they got super lucky with their defense here. Nice. Stay in your truck. Initiative +1. Wow, I'm getting so many of these little guys. War heroes, or whatever they call them in Panzer War here. What is this? Oh, it's it's an engineering. Heroes. Klaus Schultz. Defense +1. Oh, and they got a little guy over here. Okay. Why you put him there, I have no idea. You're gone. I guess they decided that guy wasn't... It's not even worth having him live. Just have him die right off. Okay, so I'm going to move him up, and they'll attack as I described before. That was awful, but it does let my Jaegers get in there and attack. Chip away with some recon. Wow. No idea where I'm going to be able to put that guy. He could attack there, there. This guy's so annoying. Like, why don't you just die? I'm going to take that opportunity to take out the engineers before they can get out of their trucks. Or not. Oh, this is so awful. Awful attacks. Wow. No one can hit this guy. They're just serpentining around my bullets. This guy's a frickin' legend. This unit right here. Like the best Russian infantry division on the Eastern Front. Hands down. 24th Regulars. Remember that name. Just epic. What needs to be defended here? Well, this probably needs to be defended. These guys are pretty vulnerable to air attack. And this guy is going to be as well. I'm just going to have him move there so that they can't reinforce as much. The more units that are touching that unit, the less they can reinforce. Okay, so that guy's covered. I'm a little concerned over here. I don't think they can see this Stug. 1, 2. Yeah, they can't. No core units to replace. Let's see what happens here. It went for that recon. It's very interesting. It took like their whole air force back so that it could resupply. They did exactly what I told you they would. And they beat the hell out of that Stug unit. The guy's holding up with his +1 defense. Wow, did you see that? They just spawned in another one. They're like, you beat up my engineer. I'll move him out of the way and just get another unit in there. Man, they're turning that into a pretty good defense. Okay, let's think about what we're going to do here. And they even added defenses over here. Wow. Not sure why they put the artillery on this side. Wouldn't have been my choice if I was the general. Okay, those are some pretty good attacks. The question is, how do I move the rest of the army here? There's no artillery touching this guy. This guy's in a unique position to be able to kind of around the back of this anti-tank gun. These are pretty good defensive positions that they've spawned over here. So I'm not going to be able to use my air superiority as well in these situations. So the AI is pretty smart. Oof, that's not a good attack. Do not decide to attack my token unit right there, unfortunately. I gotta get rid of this AA gun. But it's not gonna happen. There we go. That was pretty dangerous. That guy could have died. Oh no, the legend. The legend has finally died. Mainly my fighters need to focus on the enemy fighters. If you see something a strength like 3 or below, just leave it. It's kind of my rule of thumb. I'm a little worried about him being able to move up somehow and attack there, but oh well, if they do, they do. Maybe this guy, since he's a little under strength, can just attack there. Whatever that is. I don't even know if that's a tank. It's so small. T-60? I guess that's an early Soviet tank. What are we doing here? Come on. Take out that MiG-3. AKA the Yak. Dude, I cannot do anything today. This is a pretty bad luck on my part with my attacks and my defenses here. This guy's another legend. Just taking off waves of BF-109s, just like fighting him off by himself. Okay, the question now becomes, this guy always attacks the fort. Oh, that was so good. So juicy. If I had a fighter left or something, the fighter could probably attack now because it's somewhat suppressed. Nope, no fighters left. Okay. The disheartening thing is, like, if I move this guy in, he's going to have attack for, like, a -1. Like, I don't understand that. Get this guy over here. We'll get some artillery to soften this guy up. You can't just, like, bypass them because this guy will, like, come in and start taking towns and stuff. Did I forget to move that guy last turn? Oh, boy. Oh, look. There's going to be a tank on... Anti-tank right there. I think I'm going to be able to get, but I can't get into there. Wow. Because of that artillery. I need to get this guy out of the way first. Maybe this guy could double back. Yeah. That's what I want to see. Can this guy get around? No one can get around. That's the problem. This artillery is the problem. It's a big artillery with a track on it and everything. God, that thing's a behemoth. 203 millimeters? Are you crazy? Wow. That's a big gun. This is not gonna do much. Well, he's suppressed. Ah, the cavalry did something very good. Good job, cavalry. Keep moving that guy forward. Some pretty good attacks right here. If I can kill this guy or make this guy surrender, can he do that? No. This is the problem with these defenses like this, you know. I can come in and kind of encircle and then make them surrender one at a time. That, you know, they didn't surrender in that instance, but you get the idea. This frickin' gun, man. This guy is probably gonna just die, huh? If I move him in there? Like, there's no way, because they can change these into anti-tank guns. They can attack with their artillery and everything else. So what do I want to do here? Man. They're really mounting a good defense. Circle around. He can do better in the open country anyways. He's not going to be able to do anything in these heavy defense type situations. The same with these guys. I think the devs did a really good job on this AI, because the AI is really tough to beat. Just kind of stumped as to how to even approach this whole situation. Like, similarly, if he goes in there, he's probably just going to die. And this would be the turn to attack these engineers. They're going to be so much tougher the next time I encounter them. Man. Okay, someone's going to have to bite the bullet here. He's out of ammo. Wow. What is this? 5 centimeter Pack 38? Woo! That was an attack. All right, baby. Here we go. It's the keys to the castle right there. 5. I really think this is the time to attack these guys. This guy should surrender. If he doesn't, yes, very good, very good. He's got some artillery. He has a chance. He's got artillery helping him out there. So I've got 2 attacks over here that I can do. This guy might be toast if this guy moves up. Oof. So difficult. If I move him into there, this guy's going to be dead next turn. I'm just going to move him up. No attack. Okay, we're looking all right. Pass the turn. So that was smart. They're trying to suppress my Stug artillery so that it could not support the ground troops. Beating the hell out of my Nebelwerfer rocket artillery. They did... Oh, that is 3 away. They didn't even have to move that guy. Kind of baited, though, because he could have probably destroyed that tank unit. I'm surprised he didn't just walk up. Oh, I guess he was supported by artillery. I was going to say I was surprised he just didn't attack the Nebelwerfer, but I forgot about the artillery in the back. Okay, we're getting beat up here, but we might take this strong point in record time. Yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to do it this turn, guys. Who's going to be the one? Is it going to be the cavalry? It looks like it's going to be the cavalry. Or nothing could happen. Oh, Billy. This is what the problem with this whole... this fortress system right here. This is the problem. You can attack it 20 times and not do anything to it. Like, not even suppress it. Yes! We got it. Alright, very good. This guy needs to be, like, resupplied. I'm probably going to need to re-strengthen him, yeah. And... Alright, that was the quickest I've been able to get this town abreast. Bam, liberated. Liberated from the Russians. Brest was always a German town. At its core. I'm just kidding. I have no idea. The history of Brest is unknown to me. This guy is just beating the heck out of me. I'm tired of you bullying me. Go away. I'm gonna need to re-strengthen. This is not looking too good for us, guys. Move him into a little cover type situation. It's always best to get things off of river tiles. And I'm sure the whole Russian Air Force is over here, like, refitting and doing things like that. These guys are still in anti-aircraft mode. That guy's almost out of fuel. I'm just going to leave him there. I think they know that they can't reinforce him, so they're just like, gave him a suicide mission or something. I'm just going to move him up there. And we're going to put this guy into a situation that he could potentially just surrender. Or not. That's a pretty good attack. Bring in the artillery here. Very nice. That was very good. I could have used the pack. I have to be more careful. That was a big mistake. Very wary about getting my tanks in close here. That damn artillery, huh? They protected it pretty well. Okay. I need this VP. Who's going to be the guy to take it? The motorcycle? Wouldn't recommend it. Wouldn't recommend an armored transport either in the city. This guy's got a chance. He's strength of 9. I don't know. I don't know how he's going to hold up. Move them up. Going to reinforce them because they don't really have an attack or anything good. Get the 88s involved. The 88s are good early but bad late. That's why I did not buy them for this scenario. I apologize if you're an 88 fan, but just not the scenario for them. Here's some air recon. Oh, my good friend. And you're done. Okay. Get these guys moving. It might be better to get them back here on the road, actually. I think it might. There's no road here, so that wheeled movement with the trucks is not going to be good, but that's a long way as well. As soon as they're on this road, they can move 8. So you kind of have to do a cost-benefit type thing in your head. If I move him over here, he can walk up to this AA gun next turn. That's why I did that. And then this Stuka is completely useless. He's going to get an attack from him. Start chipping away at this guy's entrenchments. We'll just move up there instead of going around. It's fine. Don't think about it. Alright, the question is there going to be an AA gun? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This guy couldn't attack, though. Now, I'm sure, I was about to say, I'm sure that there's an artillery piece back here, and there is. So, air superiority. The lesson is, you need air superiority because you're able to air recon. You're able to hit soft targets fairly easy, even with fighters. And then you're able to run down the enemy fighters. I'm sure that there's like 3 of them stacked right here. There's probably a couple stacked over there too. They have an AA piece there, I'm 90% sure. Okay. I think someone's going to die this turn. One of the units has to. That guy, maybe. There's a possibility. I did not protect that. That's my fault. There it is. My sweet baby Jesus. I think that was a core. Was it? No. That was not a core. Whatever died there was not a core unit. That's very interesting. Was that the pack? Oh, boy. Yeah, that was that AT gun. Wow, he one-shotted him. That was not as hard as you would have thought. Just going to take that back. Just too worried about counterattacks. We're getting pretty bogged down here, fellas. Bringing in reinforcements. This is going to fall pretty easily now. God, these Stukas are useless. I kind of want to hunt down the enemy aircraft and take them out. Okay. There's these 2 guys, but I think there's more than that. My fighters have kind of outdistanced their ground, their airports. This 4F is going to do so well against these AT guns, I'm pretty sure. Well, not in that mode. Darn it. Let's get these targets softened up. And we should be able to just roll through them, no problem. I try to prioritize units that like this that are within decent range. Like the infantry, like the grenadier, is pretty powerful, but it can only move 2. So I try to use them first. Yuck. I want to use these tanks against their tank. Surrenders, that was phenomenal. Okay, perfect. It's on, baby. Bye-bye. Now we're just going to roll on them. Get out. And again. Panzer 3H, man. So good. That snub nose 75. Yeah, yeah. Excellent. Now I feel like we're gaining some steam here. Wow. Wow, that's... these transports are really good. Like, he could literally move halfway across the map. It's awesome. I'm gonna have these guys hang out here just to see if they can't land here. And the Russian Air Force will live to see another day. It's okay. Just let it go. They're using up all their prestige trying to reinforce those units. And then I've got my 88s coming in, so that's awesome. They need help up here. Maybe this Pioneer. Move it into there. It'll be within striking distance there. This guy needs to beat feet as well and kind of move up. What's the spotting is 1, but they've got this guy who will most likely be able to see them. Their spotting should be 2. He could go there. It's going to be... Or he could just go there. Okay. We'll see how that works. I don't want him to be seen because their air could really do some damage right there. I think that he's going to be able to move better through these hills, so that's why I'm moving him onto this side. And then we just need to get this artillery within striking distance, but not to where they can see it. Like if I move him here, he can attack there. Okay, perfect. I can't get him right here. They'll just get hammered. Like this guy, no one can move into there because there's 2 guys flanking. So this guy's not going to be able to just march in between those 2 units. I'm going to keep this guy here just to support, just in case they want to go up against my transport there. And then we need to get these Stoogs like right back into the fight here. That guy can move via the rail system, but I don't know why. This guy's going to get a bit aggressive. Okay. Call the turn. Ouch! That 88 is in the area though, so I'm not too worried. What are we on, turn 6? Got plenty of turns left. Alright. I need to crack into these areas right here as quickly as possible. Okay, let's go with the 88 first. Just hammer that guy. And look who it is. Fully reinforced Polikarpov? Polikarpov? That's a terrible name. I'm gonna own this guy. Yikes. That looks awful. Let's start with the artillery in this case first. There's no one to hit. Okay, he's suppressed. That's good. The question is, I need to get in here so that I can get that air base. That's going to be my priority. Where can these guys go without just dying? Do we have anything else that's a little higher strength? Nice! That's what I like to see, Air Force. Very nice. Don't kill him. Perfect. He's got one left. Awesome. He will not be able to attack there, but I can attack this guy here. Very important that I give this guy, I need to remember to give this guy fighter support. Can I do that? No. Not yet, at least. If I can't give him fighter support, he's dead. And then this guy just dies if he goes there. He should have enough fuel to hang out, though. 15 or 53. Like, they shouldn't die immediately. I know it's red, but they should be able to fly around a bit. Take that. Take that. Gotta crack into there. I think my fighters are basically gonna die unless we can get into this airfield. I don't know if they have enough fuel to get back next turn. I think I'm gonna reinforce this guy. And when you reinforce, that gives you supply as well. So when I put him there, then they're not going to be able to add more units to this, to around this VP area. Just erase that guy from the face of the earth. Very nice. This guy should be able to hook around here. There's going to be some tanks coming. Got to be wary of that. Not going to move him up. They're going to have to move to me. Ooh. Yeah. Can do that. Ooh, baby. This guy can level off and just shellac this guy. Is this a forest? No, it's clear. Okay, I'm going to... Oh, he can't move into the hills. Okay. I'm just going to have him move one away then. He could take this next turn. That would be nice. The one thing I didn't use was my paratroopers. That would have been nice. Would have been nice to have paratroopers. 4-3. Okay. The 4F is so good. Oh, he can go over there? Certainly. But can this guy get over there? He can get there. Against these soft targets, I want to get my motorcycles involved. It looked like that guy could literally just melt that guy, so, Go for it. Oh, but you can't. Too many promises. The Stug's going to be out there on its own with no ammo if I put him there. I really need to get into there, so maybe I should just have him come this way. I can take this next turn. These guys, I think I want to finish him off because to reinforce him is really cheap, if I remember correctly. It's hard to know what to do here. What the perfect strat is. If he gets around back here, next turn he can just get up to that artillery. That's pretty good. Just gonna use this guy to dig in there a little bit. Maybe he retreats off. That was a pretty good attack. Reinforce there, reinforce there. Fresh Stug in. So we're going to be able to take that airfield next turn, I'm fairly confident. He did not retreat. Gonna have this guy keep moving. He could really do some damage up there. I wonder if this guy's going to get back into the fight. Be interesting. No core units. Let's pass the turn. I'm going to end the video once we get one of these big VPs. And then we'll see if we can't conquer the rest of the map. It's not like things haven't gone like completely smooth, but I'll be honest with you, what I do is I typically start off with paratroopers and do my paratrooper rush like you've seen in my last videos. And then what the AI tends to do is somehow they detect that I have paratroopers and they literally beef up the ending VPs back here. Yeah, like this guy right here and this guy right here. So I don't get this early resistance, so it's put me a little off guard. We should have enough turns. We should be able to complete this. Okay, they didn't. It looks like I still have all of my fighters, so that was a good example of how this works. This guy has nowhere to land. I think they still stay alive as long as they have fuel. He has 8 fuel, so... Oh, that was dumb. I should have had my 88 go first. Ooh, just devastation. He only has 3. There's not going to be a lot of attacks that I can do here, huh? 2 fuel left. Alright, better get there. I'm just going to take this guy out, because I know that they're already... That tack bomber will probably soak up all the prestige. And then this guy is going to need to be refitted next turn, so I'm going to put him directly... You can only re-strengthen air units that are directly over top of the airport. I guess that's simulating them, getting them in those like Quonset huts and refitting them. Okay, let's break through here, guys. I need mine artillery. Where's the road? Maybe this guy has tracked movement. Yes. So it's not going to matter if he goes through there. It looks like that slows him down, though. I'll have him go around this forest here. Oh, that was an awful attack. Come on. Let's see. Stay can take this guy out. And then... Fairly confident the 4F can take this guy out. So, one question is, why not go with all your tanks as 4F? The answer is since they're so good, I mean, at infantry, and the Russians have tons of infantry. Well, the answer to that is, it is very hard to overcome, like a tank, with a high ground defense. So, what ends up happening is the Russian tanks are able to basically hold out on you. And last like 2 or 3 turns, where as if you had a 3G or a 3H, you can literally just go up and take them out in a turn or two. So that's pretty much the reason why I err on the side of 3Hs. And it's not like the 3H just can't attack soft targets. They still do well against soft targets. It's just the fact that you need a mechanism to be able to get rid of the enemy armor or to deal with them. And you don't have that unless you have like a 3H. So that's why. And the Stugs are also good in that capacity as well. It's a perfect example. I can just put 2 Stugs up here, and next turn, so he has an entrenchment of 4, now it's an entrenchment of 3. Boom. Maybe he retreats. No retreat, that's fine. Ooh. Put him in anti-tank mode, huh? I just want this guy to die. So worried about him getting counterattacked, though. This would be a good scenario for an air raid because this guy's suppressed. Unfortunately, I just can't supply these guys very well. This guy go out of ammo because I think what I'm going to be able to do is have this guy support him. So even though they're out of ammo, it should be okay. God, that guy just got shellacked. I always err on the side of taking VPs, so this is really no different. And then I think I can probably take this VP for free back there. He's going to stay in the forest there and huddle up. Snuggle up, if you will. Oh, that was awful. That was just awful. Including that. What was that? Yucko. Wow, did you see how fast that guy moves? It's incredible. He's like the Flash moving across the battlefield in Russia. Now we really have a chance to, like, take a deep dive here. I'm gonna have him go over here just in case they have some armor or something. He can just meet him in the open field and be like, "What? Let's go." And then this guy's good against soft attacks. These big VPs draw a lot of soft. They usually stack him up with soft targets. So I'm gonna put him over there. Let's get that big 88 in a spot where it can cover my force. Reinforce some of these artillery units. And it's really crucial that you get these artillery moved up safely into like positions that basically you know they're going to be okay. That they're not going to be hit with an enemy artillery attack, that they're not going to be hit with something that's going to be just ultimately devastating. Wonder where their attack bomber went. Oh, I put that guy right underneath that fighter. The attack bomber is probably back here. Yeah, that's the only other place it could be. Unless I destroyed it. I can't remember now. The reason why I put this guy here is they're not going to be able to reinforce Minsk. If he's touching here, if he's able to survive for one round and just stay next to Minsk. So, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Just have these guys move up. This is a tough one, guys. I'm going to pass the turn and then we're going to end the video. More fighters. Wow! That was awful. That was a pretty good defense on my part. Okay, that worked. Okay. Stay on there so they can't reinforce. Hopefully they just reinforce their Air Force. Yeah, they did. Okay, perfect. All right, guys, thanks for joining me. Next video, we take the rest of the map. This was a fun one. This is very difficult. This is a very difficult scenario. It's not like France, the Low Countries, or something like that, where you can just roll over the French. So thanks for joining me, and I hope you learned something. I will see you on the next one.